Hello and welcome back to the mat. My name is Tati and today we'll be flowing through a yoga flow sequence. You don't need any props, and with that I'd say let's get started at the back of our mat. Feet are mat width distance apart, and then sinking the upper body down towards the earth, letting the head hang heavy. Hands can rest on the mat or holding onto opposite elbows and gently swaying from side to side. Arriving in your practice here today. And you can clasp the hands and then rolling out the wrists in one direction. And the other direction, starting to warm up the wrists, feeling the stretch in the back of your legs. And releasing. Inhale, halfway lift, finding a flat back. And exhale, walking the hands forward, finding all the way into a plank position. Inhale, breathing in. And exhale, drop the knees, finding into tabletop. So checking that the hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and then flowing through a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, dip the belly, gazing forward. Exhale, round. And flowing through a few rounds here. Inhale, finding all fours tabletop, floating the left leg behind. A nice strong core, and you can stay here or you can float the right hand forward, finding into a hovering tabletop position. Inhale, knitting the ribs together, nice strong core. And exhale from here. You can start to bend into the left knee, floating the right leg behind, right hand behind, and you might be able to catch your foot, or maybe not, just hover in space. If you can find your foot, actively pressing the foot into the hand, lifting the leg, finding into tiger pose. And it can help to gaze down at the ground, something not moving, to help you stabilize. Exhale, release, straighten out the right arm and the left leg. And release, finding back into all fours tabletop. And moving straight to the other side. So inhale, left leg rises, square off the hips. Nice stable foundation here. And maybe floating the left arm alongside the ear, finding length. And staying here or bending into the knee, floating the left hand to the back. Maybe your arm and your leg are in space, not quite meeting. That's perfectly fine. You're practicing here. Or if you can't find your foot, actively pressing the foot into the hand, gazing down to the mat, or for a bit of added challenge, gazing back towards the foot. Exhale, release, stretching out, finding length. And release, tap the backs of the feet on the mat. And then tucking the toes, sitting the hips back into a toe squat position. So your toes are tucked, hips sink low, resting the hands on the thighs, and at any point if this gets too much you can always untuck the toes, so coming onto the backs of the feet. Closing down the eyes if that feels okay. Connecting to the breath. And you can either stay here or you can start to roll out the shoulders in one direction. And the other direction. Finding stillness. We're just here for a few more breaths. And exhale, releasing the hands to the mat, untucking the toes, giving them another little pat, releasing any tension. And then tucking the toes again, lifting the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. And pedaling out the feet here, maybe giving the head a little shake, yes or no. And then inhale, walking the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, rounding the spine all the way up to standing. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And then grasping the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, stretch to lengthen. Exhale, leaning over towards the right side. Nice left side body stretch. Inhale, coming back through center, switching the grasp of the hands. The left hand wrist holds onto right wrist, and then leaning over towards the left side. So think about pressing the right hip towards the right side, while simultaneously bending the body over towards the left side. Inhale, coming back through center. Arms float down alongside the body, rolling the shoulders up and back. Hands can either be with the palms facing forward or towards the body, finding into mountain pose. And I encourage you to close your eyes here if you have the balance, or soften the gaze. Inhale, open the eyes. And we're going to flow through a few rounds of Sun Salutation A. So inhale, sweeping the arms up, lengthen the body. Exhale, folding forward, release. Inhale, finding a flat back with a halfway lift, hands on the mat or the shins. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step it back into a high plank position. We're here for one breath. And with the exhalation, rocking forward, keeping the elbows tucked, lowering all the way down onto the belly. Inhale, finding into cobra pose, pressing into the hands. And exhale, coming through all fours, pressing the hips up and back, downward facing dog. You're welcome to pedal out the feet or stay in your downward facing dog for 2 breaths. Inhale, gazing forward, bend the knees, walk, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bending the knees around the spine, rising, arms sweep up and overhead. And exhale, arms rest alongside the body. Inhale, round 2, sweep the arms up, gazing up towards the fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back into a high plank position. Breathing in. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or tucking the toes, rolling onto the backs of the feet, finding into upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing deeply in and out. Inhale, walk, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rounding the spine, arms sweep up, finding length, maybe a mini back bend. And exhale, arms float alongside the body. Last round, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop or jump into plank. Flowing through chaturanga. Inhale, finding your back bend. And And we all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale from here, lifting the right leg up towards the sky, bending the knee, opening up the hip. And then exhale, stepping that right foot forward to the outside edge of the mat, so the outside of the hand. And I'm going to stay here with my left knee lifted. You can also drop the knee, so coming into a more passive version of lizard pose. If you are joining in the active version, it can feel really nice to rock backwards and forwards. Breathing. And then exhale from here. We're going to do a little bit of a challenging pose. So coming to the tips of the right toes, and then try sweeping the right leg back into a three-legged plank position. Lower through three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And don't worry if that didn't quite work. You can always do these poses with a normal plank, or if it takes a little bit of extra effort to find the foot to come back, that's also totally fine. Just see, just play, be curious. Inhale from here, lifting the left leg up, bending the knee, opening up the hip. Maybe you can gaze underneath the right armpit. And then exhale, straighten the legs, sweeping it forward to the outside edge of the left corner of the mat, so outside the left hand. Again, option, you can drop the knee, finding into lizard with the more passive version, or keeping the right knee up off the mat and then rocking backwards and forwards. So here you have the option now to find your way into a plank, however that looks. Maybe you find straight into a three-leg plank. Don't worry if you want to skip the three-leg plank, that's also fine. Inhale, sweep back, nice strong core. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good job, breathing in. And exhale, stepping forward, halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rounding the spine, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, palms to prayer at the heart space. Closing the eyes here. You can rest the thumb on the chest bone. Slowing down the breath. Inhale, bringing the arms open, hands rest alongside the body, or you can place them onto the hips. Inhale, shifting the weight into your left foot, and it can really help to spread the toes. Inhale, lifting the right knee in towards the chest, hands on the hips, or you can interlace your hands around the knee, drawing that right knee into the chest, finding stability here, breathing in. And exhale, lifting the arms up towards the sky. Slowly start to tilt the upper body forward, stretching the right leg back. Hands in prayer, finding into your warrior three. Breathing in. You've got this. Don't worry if you wobble in or out of the pose. You can come straight back in. And exhale, bending the knee, stepping the right foot back. Arms sweep up into high lunge, gazing forward, sinking the hips. And you can stay here, or you can sweep the right arm forward, left arm back, coming into a high lunge twist. For added challenge, gazing over the left fingertips. And exhale, sinking right hand down, left arm up into a high lunge twist. Exhale, framing the front foot and step back straight into a downward facing dog option.
to take a vinyasa or rest here in a down dog. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, walk, step or jump feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rounding the spine all the way up, arms sweep up and overhead. Exhale, hands come down, resting alongside the body in mountain pose. Breathing deeply here. And then shifting the weight into the right foot this time, hands on the hips, and lifting the left knee in towards the chest. You can stay here or maybe clasping the hands around the knee to really help draw that knee even higher up towards the chest. Nice stable foundation, spreading wide through the standing foot toes. And then the option to straighten the arms up towards the sky, nice tall spine, strong core, activate those glute muscles, the tummy muscles. And exhale, tilt the body forward, left leg sweeps behind, hands can come to prayer, finding into warrior 3. So we're flying here in our flying warrior, nice stable grounded foot. Imagine roots growing through the foot into the earth. And then slowly bending the standing leg, left leg steps behind. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, finding into your high lunge. Sinking the hips, the left heel is raised. And inhale, option to float the right arm back, left arm forward, finding into high lunge twist. Add a challenge, gazing over the right fingertips. Inhale, dropping the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Right arm sweeps up into high lunge twist. Exhale, release, framing the front foot, stepping back, downward facing dog. Again, the option to stay here or flowing through your vinyasa. So inhale, ripple forward, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. And from here, walking the feet forward to the outside of the hands, heels out, heels in, toes out, sinking the hips low, finding into yogi squat. Hands can rest on the mat in front of you. Can feel really good to rotate the hips from side to side, opening up. And then finding stillness, option to bring the hands to prayer, pressing the elbows into the knees. Planting the hands, lifting your hips all the way up to the sky, heel toe the feet in. Inhale, rounding all the way to standing. And then I'll come to face you this way. We're going to do a bit of a closing qigong exercise, which is really good to stimulate your digestive organs, your kidney, your liver. So all you do is stand with the feet hip width distance apart, and then start to swing the arms from side to side. And you can move the upper body to the left and the right, and just swing, let the arms and the hands tap the body, finding that nice twisting motion in the upper body. I always like to keep a little bend in my knees, rooting through the feet. Remember to smile. Slowly letting the arms find back through through center. Stepping to the top of the mat, big toes touching, a little gap between the heels. Resting the arms at the sides, closing down the eyes. Placing the left hand onto the heart, right palm on top. Connecting back to yourself, your heartbeats, your breath, all the life flowing through your body. Finding gratitude for yourself for making the time to do something good for your mind, your body, and your spirit today. Bowing the gaze and namaste. Thank you so much for joining class today. I really hope that you enjoyed this slightly bit more challenging class with a lot of movement to bring some energy into the body. If you did enjoy this style of class, please give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a little comment in the comment section, and if you haven't already subscribed, it's a great way to join the community and make sure that you don't miss any new classes which are out every Sunday. I really look forward to seeing you on the mat again real soon. All my love.